Hey, hello, hi, hello, 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 hello. Hi, my name is Spark, aka Boxman's digging. We're gonna dig. Hold on, let me check if my okay. Sound's on, I think. Yeah, it is. Okay. Had to check. Had to check. We're digging. We're digging more. Oh, look at all this. I've dug like this amount. Um we're gonna see how far we can get. It's been like not even really a week, and I have a lot to talk about. So that's just what we're gonna do. We're just gonna talk and mine some materials. And yeah, I'm just gonna talk about stuff. First thing is first. Pokemon 30th anniversary is this year. Very hype, very exciting, very very cool, very cool. I am a big I'm a good big Pokemon fan. I'm a good big Pokemon fan. I haven't really been I haven't I haven't really been a fan of the games, right? Like I watched a few episodes of the Pokemon show back in the day. Whenever it would come on TV, I'd watch it. XY was my generation for Pokemon anime. Um, but I never played the games. Like I never had the game. So I never played the game. Such a big brain explanation there. Um, Never had the game, so I never played it. I love Pokemon though. Love the cards. I collected like almost all the cards as whenever I was little in 2016, 2017. I collected so many cards back then, even before 2016, 2017. I collected so many cards. I remember when fucking what GXs came out a while ago. But I never played the games. And in like 2019 or something, I got uh, Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu. I think is the name of it. I can't remember. But I got a Pokemon game, and it was ass, and it kind of turned me off of the series for a little bit. I'd also bought Pokemon Crystal, which is like an older 2D um, pixel art kind of game. And I was like, eh. And then last year, I had some money rolling around in my pocket, and I went to the video game store, and I was like, I really want to get into Pokemon. I really want to play a Pokemon game because I know I would like it. I want to get one of the, I want to get Y. I want to get Pokemon Y. So I went in there. I bought Pokemon Y for like $45, which kind of an insane price, but for a Pokemon game, not that bad. Not that bad. And then I barely touched it for like months. And then, recently with all the Pokemon hype, which, let's talk about Pokemon hype, just like right now, right? The new game looks amazing. I never really bothered with any of the old games, like Sword and Shield or Arceus or Sword and Shield, because they looked ass. They did not look good, right? They didn't look good. They looked ass. Everybody said they were ass. So I was like, yeah, I'm not gonna buy that. I'm just not gonna buy that. But this looks like an actual fucking video game. It looks really good. I've played maybe one 3D Pokemon game, and it wasn't like an open world one. So I've never played an open world Pokemon, and I'm really excited to in 2027. And I hope it's at least summer 2027. It'd be great if it released in January of 2027. Dude, my birthday month, if it released on my birthday month, that would be hype. I know it probably wouldn't, but it'd be hype. It'd be hype if it did. It'd be hype if it did. Anyways, so recently, also the starters look fucking sick, and I will be choosing Brout. And I think also I'm going to stream it whenever it comes out. I mean that's like that's like a year away. That's like a good year or two away. Good year and a half away at least. So who's to say if I will or won't? But I want to stream it. As of now, I want to stream it, and I will be choosing Brout. It's because it's either the lizard, which the lizard. I'm not fucking with the lizard. I'm gonna keep it real. I'm not fucking with the lizard, and I'm not. The dog's cute, but I feel like there's just too many dog Pokemon. No, I'm going with the other big Pokemon, the bird Pokemon. I'm going with Angry Bird Pokemon. Don't even joke, lad. Don't even joke, lad. What was I saying? Okay, I saw this hype, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna start really getting into Pokemon. It's the anniversary, you know, celebrate one of my favorite things in the entire world, Pokemon, by doing some Pokemon shit. So I bought the first volume of the manga. I'm gonna rewatch my two favorite seasons, which is you know, Kanto region, you know, Brock, Misty, Ash, you know, the trio, the goats. Then I'm gonna rewatch Pokemon X and Y. Okay, I'm gonna say this. I did not like Pokemon Sun and Moon. I know. People are coming out of the woodworks and they're going like, "Oh, Pokemon Sun and Moon was good." No. Because here's the thing. It's not like I didn't like it because it was a Hawaiian kind of thing. I love that it was like that's probably one of my favorite parts of it. My issue with it is that Ash looks so fucking weird. Ash looks so weird. Why does his face look like that? Why does his face look like that? If his face was normal, I would probably really like it. But why does his face look so like weird, like small? I'd like to say, I don't know. I'd like to say small. I think it's small. Yeah. Anyways, so I decided to do a lot of this stuff, and another thing I decided to do was to start a Pokemon game. And I want to go to Japan sometime this year. So I was like, okay, well, I don't want to play Y because I want to save that for Japan, right? I want it to be sentimental because I'm a very sentimental person. So I started playing Pokemon Crystal, right? Because I saw somebody play a Nuzlocke of Fire Red and Leaf Green, and there's no way I'm paying fucking $20 for Fire Red or Leaf Green. See, I say that now. As soon as I get disposable income, I'm going to buy that. I'm going to buy those games as soon as I get disposable income. But right now, I don't have the money for it, so I'm not going to buy that. So, I was thinking, and I was like, oh, I have a 2D sprite game. It's Pokemon Crystal. I got Pokemon Crystal. So, I booted it up. Right, I picked out my starter. I got playing, and holy shit, it's so much fucking fun. It's so much fun. It's actually the most fun I've had with a Pokemon game probably ever. I genuinely really love. I really do. I really love it. And, you know, people say all the time, like, oh, Pokemon's awesome, Pokemon's great. I know Pokemon's good, right? I know it's good. But at the same time, I was maybe too young or too stupid or whatever to really understand how to play a Pokemon game. Like, I didn't get it, basically. To where whenever I started playing Crystal, and I do get it now, because I'm smart. I love Pokemon Crystal. It is so much fun. I genuinely like. I'm kind of having a rough patch with video games at the moment, but I play like I don't know if my 3DS has bad battery or something. I play on my 3DS Pokemon Crystal any chance I get, just because it's that fun. It's that fun to play. I went from like not playing my 3DS almost at all to playing my 3DS like a fuck ton. And I'm loving every second of it. I genuinely like I I'm actually it's actually almost kind of unhealthy how much I'm playing a Pokemon game. So if you ask me, Parker, that's my name. Sorry, I'm stupid. Spark, right? We're gonna say Spark. Spark, have you worked today? Nope. What have you done today? Productively. What have you done to be productive today? I got through this gym. Also, got through 3 gyms, I'm pretty sure at this point. 3 gyms. I'm cooking. I am cooking. Also, I took the egg. I don't know if that's spoilers for Pokemon Crystal, but I took the egg that you obtain from, I think, one of the guys. I got the egg, and I'm gonna be honest, I was not happy about what was in the egg. Like, I'm glad I helped out the professor and shit, right? I do not regret helping out the professor, but kind of a weak ass Pokemon. Kind of a weak ass Pokemon. You know, it takes up a slot, so I'm headed back to my home to go give him back the guy. Because he needs it for his research. I'm not gonna take his Pokemon. It's not even mine. I'm just looking after it. So I think that's an excuse enough to get rid of the stupid fucking thing. Look, I mean, I'm sure it's cool strategy wise. It's like, oh, it's a magic type. It makes them fall asleep or something. Like, yeah, I don't care. Like, if you think I'm going to be out here playing these fools, you know, like really, like, if you think I am going to be out here making people fall asleep and go like, yes, that's the power of me, of my guy, you're wrong. You know, because I don't care. I'm just going to blast my throat. Like, I'm not a strategy kind of person. I'm trying to be more strategy-like with Pokemon. I'm really trying. But at the same time, I'm not going to switch over to another Pokemon. I'm not going to switch... Bro, I am not going to switch over to another fucking Pokemon just so I can get another Pokemon to sleep. I'm not doing that. I am not doing that, bro. I'd rather suck my own armpit than do that. But yeah, I've been playing Pokemon. It's fun. It's a lot of fun actually. I really enjoy it. Shoot, what to talk about now? Literally nothing. This might be a short stream because I don't know why I even started this stream. I don't even know why I started this stream, dude. I started it because I was like, oh my gosh, these people are so loud in this house are out, and now I could stream because I wanted to. And now that I'm doing it, I'm low-key kind of bored. I'm low-key kind of bored. I just want to go eat peanut butter and jelly sandwiches and chill. I'm a bum, low-key, bro. I'm a bum. I don't care. But I feel like I gotta at least stream like 45 minutes. I gotta at least stream for 45 minutes. So what can I talk about now? Because we got like a good little bit left. So what can I talk about, low-key? I don't know. I don't know what to talk about, man. My life is so boring. Oh my gosh, there's this fucking hilarious video. No, my life is really boring though. Like I low-key be doing nothing. I low-key be doing nothing. I got mad interest that I could yap about forever. But it's like, do I want to talk about that? I don't know. Okay, I need to rant about something for a good amount of time. So what do I rant about? I mean, I could rant about like maybe something Disney related. I could rant about Disney all fucking day because Disney shit. I want to talk about the Muppets. The Muppets recently got a new special on Disney Plus, and I'm gonna keep it real. I've not watched it. I don't. My family doesn't have Disney Plus anymore, so I haven't watched it yet. I need to watch it at some point, right? Because my grandma has Disney Plus, so I'm gonna just watch it over at her house. But I haven't gotten the chance to. I barely watched any of the Haunted Mansion special, and the thing is I really like the Muppets. So I also didn't watch Electric Mayhem. I watched everything else though, except for some of the old movies and the original show and the ABC thing. Okay, maybe I'm not the best person to talk about the Muppets, but I'm gonna do it anyways because I really like the Muppets. I just didn't watch them yet. That's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Disney doesn't know what the hell they're doing with the Muppets. They don't know what to do with them, right? They bought them a while ago when it was like a really good idea too. And now they don't know what to do with them. And it's kind of like a Disney park thing and a Disney doesn't know what to do thing. I mean, Disney with the Muppets doesn't know what to do. So they're just like, hey, does anybody in Hollywood like the Muppets enough to where they know what to do with the Muppets? And Jason Segel came in and he's like, yes, I do. I'm going to make the best Muppets project ever. And he did. He made Muppets 2011. And it is the best Muppets project of all time. I think that's just the truth. The thing is, though, is Jason Segel left, and they had a sequel. We're doing a sequel, and that was good. I know a lot of people like it's obviously not as good as 2011, but I think it's good. I like it. I really like it. And then, they had, and then, it was kind of dormant for a while there. They had an ABC series that got canceled after one season, and people, it has a cult following nowadays. I don't think it's good. You know, I'm sorry, but the Muppets are not like the Muppets are for a more adult audience. Like, I'm just gonna say that flat out. I think the Muppets are for a more adult audience, but not saying that the Muppets need adult humor. I'm saying that the Muppets humor is so like I like clever humor, right? I really like smart humor, right? For instance, another movie that came out in 2011, Winnie the Pooh. Stick with me here. They have a joke in that movie where Owl is saying something, right? And Winnie the Pooh mistakes it as a sneeze. That shit has me cracking up every time I watch it. I think of that as a really well done, smart joke. Because it doesn't rely on shock humor. It doesn't rely on farts, right? It's so good. It's my kind of humor, and I love it. That's the kind of humor the Muppets are as well, right? That's the kind of humor that should be the Muppets. So I personally am not and was not and will never be a big fan of the 2011 Muppets Project. Or not 2011, ABC Muppets show. But then after that, you have Muppets Now, which was ass. Then you have all the projects that I have not seen yet. And you're here today. You did have Muppet 3D Vision, which, let's keep it real, was amazing. If you've ever been to Disney World and you have been on, or if you've seen the show Muppet Vision 3D, congratulations. You made it. They took it out of both theme parks in California and Florida, and it sucks because that was the. Here's the thing: is it's not only a really good Muppet thing, like Muppet film. It's the last film that Jim Henson, the creator of the Muppets, ever worked on. It's the last one. So for them to rip it out of the park, essentially, getting rid of it entirely, not moving it, getting rid of it entirely in favor for a takeover of something, I feel like is not only disrespectful but stupid. Right? Because Disney, I feel like wants the Muppets. They really want the Muppets. But they don't want the Muppets over any other IP. And the whole thing with Disney is really sad because the parks really suck nowadays. And that's coming from a diehard Disney fan. Not diehard Disney fan, like fan of Bob Iger, but diehard Disney fan as in I really like Mickey Mouse. I think he's a cool ass motherfucker. Now I wouldn't dress head to toe in Mickey Mouse gear. I'm not diehard. I'm not like a Disney adult diehard, which I'm gonna keep it real. I think Disney adults are just. I feel like that's such a stupid fucking thing to talk about, Disney adults, because Disney adults are just sports fans that are into Disney. You know, like I hate to say it, right, for sports fans, but I think sports fans are actually like the die-hard sports fans. Like the really, really aggressive ones are worse than Disney adults. 100%. Like, I'm sorry. They are. Because a lot of the stuff that you could say about Disney adults, you could definitely say about sports fans. Oh, isn't it weird that they have, like, people dressed up as the mascots? Isn't it weird how tickets and food is so overpriced? Isn't that supposed to be for kids? You could say the exact same thing about a sports fan. About sports, right? I think, personally, that people should really just shut the fuck up about what other people like and let them like what they like, you know? Right? If it's not hurting you, who gives a fuck, right? Like, you think it's weird that people go to Walt Disney World by themselves with no kids? Who cares? Don't you have something better to do? Don't you have something better to do with your life than care about what other people are doing with their time and their money? And that goes for anything, right? That doesn't just go for Disney. That goes for anything. Sports, right? The people who are like, sports ball, right? Like, personally, right? Like, me, you know, I, I don't like to watch sports. I like to play sports, personally. And that goes for, like, video games and shit, too. Like, I don't really like to watch it. I like to actually play it. So, I don't watch sports, but my family does. And they like to watch sports. And I'm not gonna go and say, this sports ball and put the basket in the ball. Like, who gives a fuck what other people like to do with their time? It's not me sitting down and watching basketball or football or hockey or whatever. I'm not doing that. I'm doing what I enjoy doing, and they're doing what they enjoy doing. And the thing is you can like multiple things. You don't just have to be a this person or this person or this person. You can like multiple things. Like, my family loves to watch sports, and they love Disney. So, I don't understand this whole thing of, oh, they like weird stuff. They must be a weird person. Go get a job, bro. You smell. Go get a job. You smell. But, that's just how it is. What was I saying? I was saying Disney sucks right now, though, because, they're going against the grain when it comes to how shit is over there, right? Because Disney, the whole point of going to Disney is not the rides about IPs. That's not why you go. That's why you go to Universal, right? Universal is all about the rides of the IPs. That's why you go to Universal. Go inside the movies or live the movies or ride the movies. That's the slogan, I think. Ride the movies. That was their whole slogan. Disney's whole thing, their whole thing is about immersion. From the very start, it was about immersion. And now, it's not really about immersion anymore. They're trying to be like a certain they're trying to be like a certain theme park. And it's disappointing because no, I don't want Universal kind of theme park everywhere. I like Disney because it's Disney. You know, I like that I could go to a theme park, not ride a ride the entire time, and have a fun time there. You know, and it's somehow that's still kind of it, but like a lot of the immersion has gone away. And I could speak on that for hours, but I want to speak on the Muppets things because that's what I'm talking about. And plus, I'm making a video on Disney, so I can't really talk about it too much. The Muppets, like they were supposed to have like if you're a Disney park guru, you know that the Muppets were supposed to have a whole land dedicated to them, their own Great Movie Ride. It was like a parody of the Great Movie Ride at MGM, which is Hollywood Studios. They're supposed to have all that shit. And they never really got it. They got Muppet 3D Vision. And they got Pizza Rizzo's, which for the longest time was Pizza Planet. So it wasn't even Muppets. It was Toy Story. Which, hey, I love Pizza Planet. And I love Pizza Rizzo's. Ooh. You know, no shade to those places. But for the longest time, it wasn't even like a whole Muppets area. And just now, we kind of had a Muppets area. Now we have nothing. And you could say, "Oh, but the Muppets, they're taking over the Rock and Roller Coaster." Yeah. And that's fine. You know, I'm not against the Muppets taking over the Rock and Roller Coaster, even though I do like the more classic feel of that area of the park, Sunset Boulevard. But I think it's good that the Muppets are taking over. I think it's good that the Muppets are taking over Rock and Roller Coaster. You know. I think it's fine, but at the same time, it's still the Rock and Roller Coaster, right? It's still that area, and you still have the Villain Show right behind it, right? And here's what Disney could do if they really wanted to. They could tear down that wall right behind, the wall separating Villains and Rock and Roller Coaster. And they could just put Muppet Vision 3D in its own building back there. And I guarantee you, nobody would be pissed if they did that. Honestly, I would view that as a better alternative than getting rid of it entirely. Because even though I love immersion, and it would kind of kill a lot of immersion for a lot of people, and I get that. I think it is better than the alternative, which is it's either you have it or you don't. I would rather have it. Plus, it's not like they're going to change their minds, right? It's not like they're going to do all this shit, right? They've already fucked up, in my opinion. Disney feels like is gonna feel like such a shell of its former self, and I'm really sad about that. Because I don't know if I would really choose to go to Disney at this point in time. And that's coming from a Disney fan. And, you know, anybody can use this as fuel for the fire or whatever about like, oh, Disney sucks now. Yeah, Disney does suck now. but not because it's for kids or this or this or that. It's because it doesn't feel magical, I guess, anymore. It doesn't feel magical. It doesn't feel immersive. It feels corporate. And that's sad. I will say, I'm going to say one more thing and then I'm going to stop talking about it because I can't keep on talking about it. I think the biggest blunder that they did with the Disney parks so far, I think the biggest blunder that they have done is the stuff they're doing at Magic Kingdom. Magic Kingdom, in my opinion, was kind of the perfect park. I feel like it could have been spruced up a little. Not gonna lie, it could have. I think Villains Land, the Cars Land, and Tron were bad additions to Magic Kingdom specifically. Number one, Tron is bad because Tron is kind of like a Y2K futuristic aesthetic, and that's not Tomorrowland. Tomorrowland is a retro futuristic 50s kind of style, or hell, even 60s kind of style, or 70s even too. You know, that kind of time frame. Style, futurism. So to plop that on the edge of it is just, it's so out of place in my head. Like, it could work so much better in like Epcot, in the futuristic area. It would work so much better in Epcot. I'm just gonna say that. But even in Epcot, I don't even think it would work that well. And the problem is, it was taken from Shanghai Disney, which is fine. You know, Shanghai has a lot of good rides. The problem isn't that they took it from Shanghai. The problem is that Shanghai's Tomorrowland is a Y2K futuristic style Tomorrowland. It's two different styles. It clashes too hard. You know, it takes me out of the Tomorrowland space. You know, but it's sort of out of the way, you know. It's not that big of a deal. But Villains Land and Cars Land are two things that are fucking crazy in my head. Villains Land isn't that crazy of a land in my head, but they're taking out an immersion thing, which is what's it called? Rivers of America. They're taking out the Rivers of America. You know, the thing that really makes Disney, the immersion, to put in a Villains Land, which, I'm going to be honest, I would rather have the Rivers of America than a Villains Land. Just going to be honest. Disney has the space to where they could put a Villains Land in and not take anything out. And if they just did that, I would not be as mad as I am. But holy fucking shit. The cherry on top of the dumb fuckery that's going on over at Disney is the fucking inclusion in Magic Kingdom. Let me say that again. Magic Kingdom of a Cars Land. Cars Land in Magic Kingdom? Are we fucking serious? No, this isn't Cars Land in Epcot or Cars Land in Hollywood Studios. This is Cars Land in Magic Kingdom. Isn't it? This is not, like, you could say, oh, going from the circus to Tomorrowland to this or that is going to break the illusion. Not that much. You know, I kind of just think of the whole thing as classic Disney. That's where I come in with my brain thoughts. You know, it's all human, sort of. It's all at least in some sort of the same ballpark. But Cars Land, not only Cars Land, but a offshoot, kind of sister Car Land to the one in California Adventure. No! What the fuck are we doing? No! I don't want Lightning McQueen in. I don't want Lightning McQueen in the same place that like fucking Fantasyland is near. I don't want that. And I get it, you know, a lot of people like Cars. I love Cars. Cars is one of my top 15 at least favorite movies of all time. I love Cars. I love Cars Land in Disneyland. I think putting a Cars Land in Magic Kingdom is a mistake, and it's not going to end well. Because the thing is instead of putting a Cars Land in literally anywhere else, they decided to put it in Magic Kingdom. The classic flagship park is the dumbest idea. Here's what... Okay. I'm going to say one more thing. It's not going to take me that long. I'm going to say one more thing, and then I'm going to end stream because it's almost 45 minutes. If Disney really wanted to do great things with their parks, which I know they're still capable of making good things because the Moana walkthrough attraction in Epcot was superb. I'm going to say it was superb. It was really good. It felt like Disney. If Disney wants to make their parks better, number one, they need to just expand. They just need to just straight up expands what's it called? Hollywood Studios. They need to expand it. They need to make it bigger. They need to add a Cars Land and a Muppets Land. And they need to make that a 2-day park. I know it'll become more expensive, blah blah blah, all that shit. It doesn't matter. This isn't price range. This is just general. And I'm not even gonna get into the whole thing of how they can make it better, because again, I'm saving it for the video. If they make that bigger, all right, make Magic Kingdom slightly bigger with Villains Land. Make Animal Kingdom feel a lot more dense but open at the same time, which I know they could do that. And make Epcot just feel a lot more cohesive and a lot more not IP, but a lot more learning. That could make Epcot even cooler. Because I'll tell you right now, a lot of these parks are missing its charm. You know, and you could still have Monsters Inc. Land. You could still have like a Cars Land and a Muppets Land and a Star Wars Land and a Toy Story Land and everything that you want to in Hollywood Studios, because it's about movies. You could just say, oh, that's where they filmed the movie. Like, I think that's fine. But look, come on, let's get better at this, right? Let's get better. All right. I think that's it. I think that's all I'm gonna do today. I'm so tired. Look at this big progress that we have completed. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Hold on. I want to go. I want to go back over there. www. Okay. Look at this. I absolutely love it. All right, so that's where we're gonna end it today. Uh, on either Sunday or Saturday, I will stream again, and we're gonna see how much we can get done of this whole thing. And I think I will stream for like 2 hours. Either Sunday or Saturday. I'll stream for like 2 hours. So get ready for that, and I'll see you later. Good.